Hello everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 15. We are farming! We are back to farming. Let's harvest some more corn, because we have a lot of it to go. And then we'll let our worker Willie go ahead and take over, of course. And we'll go find some other business to get up to. Because we need revenue. We need money. We need funds. So I know we need to mow. I think our cows are fine. Let's check our animals. I think, yeah, once we mow, we can get some more silage finally. Is that all we need to do? We could do forestry at some point, but I don't think we have stuff. I think... Or are we saving up for stuff? We don't have a chainsaw, but that's cheap. So then we would need a trailer, 17,000. I like this one. It's large. It's easy to deal with. Or we could start sheep, because we have a skid steer, but then we have to use the grass. Okay, I think let's mow. I can talk while I mow, of course. We might as well get started on a task. Okay, so let's think about, wait, why didn't I put the front mower down? Have you ever heard that song? It's popular back in the 70s. Back during Farming Simulator, the 70s. Did I do it? Yeah. So, okay, what do we need to do on our farm? I think once we get our silage pit covered, which will take a while. I don't know if we'll need one or two more of these fields mowed, but once we get that covered, then we can spare some grass and maybe start sheep. And since we have a skid steer, we can just buy a pallet fork for that and sell our wool. It'll take a lot of driving, but that's okay. Money, it's worth the money. Just focusing on my turn right now. Otherwise, once we get silage, we can probably buy a lot more cows. Even though they're expensive, it's probably worth investing in, like... You know, it might be worth investing the rest of our money into cows right now. And it give Hazel and Nut some friends, you know? I mean, they have a good time together, but, you know, if you've ever spent time with one person for an extended period of time, it, especially, yeah, it gets a little old. You know, even your best friend, it's like, dude, I'm sick of you. Like, go away. And that's kind of how Hazel is feeling towards Nut right now. Unfortunately, Nut is still really into, like, hanging out with Hazel, so he's kind of offended, but he'll get over it because Hazel needs some space. So if we get some more friends, then at least Nut will have some people to play with. Hazel can go be lonely and like sulk in a corner about how everyone is like not good enough or whatever, but that's, you know, that's so Hazel, as they say. I think there's a show about that. That's so Hazel. So we might invest in some cows. We could do that now, and then a day from now we would have a lot of money. Let's do that before I waste any more time. So, cow. We won't name them all because I won't remember that many names. We can get one more. Okay. We have 7 cows. Hazelnut and the Fantastic 5. No. I might get sued. The Fabulous 5. No. The... What's another word that starts with F? I can't think of a lot of words that start with F right now. I think the Fabulous 5 are just fine. Alright, so we got Hazelnut, the Fabulous 5. We have Worker Willie working on the corn. We got some nice mowing going on. It's actually like already halfway mowed, which is great. We will make some money, not tonight at 24 because the cows have to like produce milk, but tomorrow night at midnight we're going to get some milk. Cannot wait till we get some silage to get their productivity up to like 80%, which is huge. It's almost double what they make now. We just need to get this mowing done. The harvester looks fine. I will say one of the best parts of this map, besides just the new look of everything, is the fact that you start with the harvester that is larger than the other maps. Not only can it harvest in like, it not only does it have a larger header, but the capacity is larger. So well done. This map is a really, really nice one to start with. If you just bought Farming Simulator 15 Gold, or this is like the first time you're ever playing, I highly recommend just starting on this map. It's so good. The size of the fields is almost perfect because they're affordable, they're manageable. You don't have to take 2 hours to harvest one field. If you hear my cat, I apologize. He's just going crazy around now. Even though I just fed him, he still has to come in, and there we go. He's by the window now. He should be content. Anyway, turning the lights on. Yep, that has to drop your frames to 0 for some reason. And again, yeah, why not? All right. I forgot what I was talking about, except for the fact that this map is really good. Okay, so on the subject of disk write errors, which we weren't actually on that subject, but we're going to be now. So last week I opened up this game. Well, no I didn't. I opened up Steam, and it said that I had to update this game before I could play it again. I guess there's an update. I didn't see the notes, the patch notes, so I don't know what's actually different. Obviously, the lighting performance hasn't been fixed, but there's a patch of some kind. Anyway, before I could play it, I had to patch it. Okay, that's easy enough. Steam does that automatically. So I went to Steam, or looked on the download management through Steam, because it wasn't finishing up, and it says disk write error. I was like, oh no, I don't even really know what would cause that. So I Googled it, okay, Steam disk write error, yada yada yada. And it's said to run, if you go to my computer and right-click on your disk, you can, do an error check. Don't worry, I'll skip night here in a little bit. I want to finish this row. Anyway, you can, do an error check. It has, Windows has a tool built in. So I did that. It took, 8 hours, or 12 hours or something. I basically let it overnight. It fixed, some stuff, I guess, some bad sectors. I don't know. It did something. All right, let me pull over here and skip to morning. All right. Farmer Max is back on the beats. Anyway, so I was like, okay, great. I went to work, came back that night, tried to download it again, the patch, and disk write error. I was like, oh no, I don't really know what else to do. I guess I can uninstall, but I don't want to lose all my saved games. So I did it. I backed up my saved game files, which was actually way easier than I was making it in my head. I just went to the folder and you know how you usually back stuff up. It was super easy. Uninstalled the game and reinstalled it. Doing that process of uninstalling and reinstalling took about 10 minutes, which was nothing. It was so easy. Where's my tipper? I'm gonna leave my mower out because I may have to do another mow here. No, I'm gonna regret that. We're putting stuff away. I don't want to be a slob on our first day back on the farm after a long break. So anyway, uninstalling this and letting the internet re-download it took 10 minutes. It was so easy, so fast. This technology is still just insane to me. And then, once you know, it worked. It installed, it patched, all was well. I was like, okay, now I have to put the saved games that I backed up into the saved games folder, but first I just want to check and make sure it worked. Open the game up, and somehow Steam saved it. I don't know if the cloud worked or something, but I didn't actually have to mess with the saved games at all. It was just there. They were all present, all 4 files. I had to do nothing. So long story short, I spent 36 hours on this. Well, really I spent 12 hours scanning when I could have just uninstalled and reinstalled and it would have been awesome. So if that ever happens to you and you get it, okay, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, if you ever get a disk write error and you can't figure it out, just back up your saved games, uninstall the game, not Steam, just the game, reinstall it, it'll be fine. I know you're all gonna comment and tell me I should have went to my they have a check cache integrity thing. I did that 3 times, and every time it said there's 1 file missing. Oh, I just kind of left my windrower, didn't I? And every time I did it, it said 1 file missing will be downloaded now. But it wouldn't download it, and so I finally just had to uninstall it. But anyway, we got it fixed. Look at all these red tools, all the red equipment. So anyway, that was my last Thursday and Friday were farming sim disk write errors, which were probably some of the scariest disk write errors ever, due to the fact that it was this game. But in the end, it turned out to be a super simple solution that I was making way too complicated. Let's go empty my harvester. So we're gonna teleport. Whew. There we go. Go. Oh yeah, worker Willie's in my way. All right, go take a lunch break. I'm taking over. What? How? Why does it do that? I guarantee you this computer's... Anyway. Oh, stop. All right. Yeah, why not? We'll make it nice and pretty in yellow. No, there's no point to me moving back and forth like this. I just am. Really no reason. We can just stand here and watch it pour. Watch the tipper fill up. Ah, okay. Let's get back to it. Oh, farming simulator. We should probably check on our cows just to say hi. Make sure they produce all that milk. Whoa, worker Willie. You need to be over a little bit this way, and that should be fine. Okay, great. Let's windrow, one of my favorite tasks. This is the best. I hope I don't need a tipper. Because I did not put my... what? What did I just say? I hope we don't need a weight, because I did not put a weight on. But I think it'll be fine. Let's lower her down, turn her on, row it up. I can actually be over quite a bit more. Ah. Beautiful. Alright, so another thing I've been doing, my goodness, I started this game, Wasteland 2. It's from the original creator of Fallout. So it basically looks like the original Fallout 1 and 2. It's like kind of the top-down / isometric-y viewpoints, and then you have like the AP to battle. But instead of just being one person, you have like a squad of 4 rangers. But it's like set in the wasteland, like post-apocalyptic. But it's set in New Mexico or Arizona or some actual state. It's so good. I've been obsessed with it. It's amazing. And the reason I'm playing it is because I listen to a lot of like Total Biscuit, of course, because he's probably one of the best voices of reason in the industry. So I love listening to like him as often and frequently, which are the same thing. Anyway, when Fallout 4 came out, he like hates open world games, I guess, or like doesn't enjoy them, I guess, as much as a lot of people who like hype it up. And I too was not getting into Fallout 4 a ton. Like, yes, I beat it and I enjoyed it, but you know, I couldn't like get into it like I did Fallout 3. And he kept recommending Wasteland 2, which I'd never actually heard of. And so I was like, well, if he recommends it and if he says it's like a really great role player, I'll give it a shot. And oh man, it is like, I'm like obviously at a loss of words. It's kind of open world, but not in the sense that it's just this huge sandbox and they just sort of let you roam in it like with all this freedom. I don't like that. I like some sort of path. So Wasteland 2 is like a large world, but it's still very story driven and character driven, and like everywhere you go there's these factions, and like what you do really affects the world. And there have been so many times where I've gone in with good intentions into like a place and just have totally messed it up, and I leave there and it's just like worse than it was before. And while that sucks because like I want it to be good, it's my fault it turned into what it was, which may not make sense unless you've played it, but it's like basically you really influence what happens to the characters and the world that you're living in, and it is really felt. Unlike maybe Fallout 4 with some things where it just seems sort of surface, Wasteland 2 feels really deep in that regard. So obviously I recommend it if you're into like playing a post-apocalyptic open-ish world, really, really great story-driven game. You might want to check it out. It was like $20 on sale on the Christmas sale or winter sale or whatever they call it. So picked it up, no regrets. I have like 50 plus hours in it probably already, and I have no idea when it's going to end. And again, it's all story-driven, so it's just been an amazing thrill ride this entire time. I will say when you get to Hollywood, I don't think that's a spoiler. No, that shouldn't be a spoiler. Anyway, when you get there, just like get through it. It's kind of like weirdly buggy. That was like 40 hours in for me. It's a little buggy and like you have to do things very specifically. So just sort of go in and like do it. It's a really great environment, a really great city, but that's been probably my only gripe with the whole game is like that one city was just a little strange. It was a little like off with the rest of the game, but it it didn't take that long. So, what am I looking for? Loading wagon. Oh, takes a lot of work to get silage from grass. I really wish chaff harvesters weren't so expensive. I guess I could always get that tiny one. What? Oops, that was bad. The tiny one is how much? Harvester. This thing, 30. Yeah, that's cheap, but it's only 2 meters. No, that is the worst. That's probably the second worst implement you can buy. I think the worst is the wood chipper. The wood chipper. The wood chipper. I can't stand it. I just can't. I can't do it. Is Worker Willie on a break? Looks like he's frozen. You see him between the leaves there? What's he doing? Nope, he's fine. Sorry, Willie. Didn't mean to doubt. Let's pick up this here grass. I don't even think we're still going to be able to blanket after this. I'll watch it closely so that I don't overfill it and waste a lot of grass. But I don't think I did as much as I thought I did last time I did that. Because let's see, 1 row looks to be about 20%, 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, it'll be about 100% for the whole, the entire yard here. Oh, there's some cows. Look at them all. And now Nut is happy. He has friends. Hazel's off in the corner, just eating grass. Probably missing her like unique friendship that she used to have with Nut. But you know, if you're gonna treat a friend poorly, can't expect them to just treat you nicely back all the time. No, you cannot. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you, is the old adage, I think. It's a pretty good one. Pretty good rule to live by. Oh, that was really bad. Oh gosh, what a disaster. We're just gonna go over here and pretend that that didn't happen and that this is where I wanted to go in the first place. Is the grass already grown up all the way? No. It's a little tall, but not quite all the way. That would be crazy. Alright, what else is new? American Horror Story is on its last week. The Season 5 hotel finale will be tomorrow night. I'm so excited. My friend and I have a podcast called The Parlor. I think the link's in the description always, if you scroll down a little bit. If you watch American Horror Story Hotel, obviously I recommend our podcast. It's just like 50 minutes of us talking about each episode. So right now we have 11, obviously, episodes of the podcast, one for each episode of the show, plus like a little mini episode that we recorded when they had a big break. But it's been a pretty solid season. Oh, I did it again. Oh wait, it stops automatically. No one told me that. At 100% it just, okay. So I don't have to actually watch it at all. I can just talk, and it'll be fine. Because at 100% it stops. That's good to know. I probably already knew that and just sort of forgot. Let's check our number. Oh, we have a long way to go. Oh, wow. A lot of people were saying I should just attach the mower to the front of this and just go mow, and I think I'm going to. Let's finish picking this up. Yeah, we have, wow. But we're gonna have, what, almost 100,000 silage when we're done, which is a lot. But I feel like they gave us a really, really large silage pit, like silo right here. Right? Isn't it larger than the other? Because I think the other ones by the cows in the other maps were like 600,000 capacity. So you only needed about 60,000 to blanket it, because you always need 10%. And this one seems to be as large as the biogas plant, which is 1,000,000. And so you need 100,000, which is nuts. Like that's a lot to expect. But we'll fill it up. But yeah, if I hook a mower to the front of this and just go like mow, just like by like the edge of the roads, we'll probably fill it up pretty quickly. I think 1 or 2 more fills will work. Let's check. We can turn this off. So we got about 30,000 from that field, which is good. That'll do. All right, so we need about 2 more. Yeah, we need 2 more truckloads here. Let's go get our mower and begin this process. Actually, let's take a little break from mowing and check on our corn. Yeah, we may need to start our cultivator so that we can plant some more stuff. I think we should probably do like a canola, a field of canola. Or do we need straw? Straw, no. We can probably do 1 field of canola. I might do that. That's a lot easier to harvest because it doesn't yield as much. Probably won't worry about that this episode though. Oh, stop. Okay, we can actually just leave that and go back to here. I'm going to drop that off so I don't... Oh, I put this in really poorly. I should... The way I did it... Oh, no, I'll never get that off the ground. I guarantee you that'll be there for the rest of our lives. And I'll have to just buy a new mower. Because this is going to be a disaster to get at. Should I worry about it now or later? We'll do it later. I just don't feel like messing with it. Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh. Gosh. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, the header trailer. Turns out you actually do put the header from the harvester on there. So you can't actually pick it up with the tractor, so there's no point to buying it. But, you know, now I know. It's probably a thing I'll never, ever, ever use. Okay. So now that we have this, I need to lower this, and we just kind of start... Oh, there's a tiny ledge there that is in my way. And we just do this. Okay. Is it doing it? Yeah, it's doing it. Alright, I think that's where we'll pick up next time. We'll probably start Worker Willie on the field here. We'll get some cultivating done and get some canola planted, and we'll keep mowing so that we can fill up our silage, so that then we can put our grass into sheep, if we can even afford sheep, which we might not be able to by then. We have very little money. We have exactly negative 198,000. That's a bad place to be in. But you know what? We're going to be fine, because this game just kind of lets you farm even if you're doing terribly. So it's going to be great. We're going to make a lot of money someday. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and or subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Moose2006LP. Have yourselves a very nice day.